Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We're thrilled to have you for our webinar, Revolutionizing Digital Experiences with Acquia and Accelerate DAM and PIM. In today's customer-centric world, delivering personalized and seamless experiences is more critical than ever. But with increasing digital complexity, managing and centralizing your digital assets can feel overwhelming. That's where Acquia and Accelerate DAM and PIM comes in. A powerful solution that transforms digital operations and helps you create cohesive, customer-first experiences. But first, a few housekeeping notes. If you have any questions during the webinar, please feel free to drop them in the Q&A section. Also, we'll have a dedicated Q&A session at the end of this webinar where we'll address any and as many questions as possible. Now let's get started. I'm going to hand it over to the presenters who will guide you through today's session. Take it away, team.
All right, thank you, Chris. And hello, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. Great to be here. And thank you for joining our session all about centralizing asset and product information for multiple geographies using Acquia, DAM, and PIM. I'm Jake Athey, VP of Go-to-Market and Sales for Acquia's DAM and PIM business. And I'm here with Pratik and Panchol. Would you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Jake. Good morning, good evening, everyone. I'm Pratik Jain, Director of Digital Experience Services at Accelerate. I come with over 15 plus years of experience in transforming digital landscapes. I've had privilege to work with all kinds of enterprises, small, medium, large, to create scalable, customer-centric solutions. And I'm excited to be here to discuss how Acquia, DAM, and PIM can help businesses like yours to streamline operations, enhance engagement, and drive impactful results.
Thank you so much, Pratik, for introducing yourself. Hi, everyone. Good morning and good evening. My name is Panchal, and I work as a staff software engineer at Accelerant, and I'm responsible for building reliable solutions using Drupal and PHP. And I have an overall of 10 years of development experience, and I'm responsible for building efficient digital experience solutions and elevate the digital experience for the customers. That's about myself.
All right, thank you both, and great to have the three of us be able to come together as Acquia and Accelerant have been partners on the digital experience front and here to talk more about our work in DAM and PIM. And so here's a look at the topics we'll cover here, including the role of DAM and PIM in digital transformation and delivering personalized customer experiences at scale. We'll also talk about the key benefits of using DAM and PIM for centralized asset and product information management. And we have a case study in store for you on how a leading manufacturer streamlined their operations and improved their user experience with DAM and PIM as part of their digital experience stack. And no, of course, this webinar is recorded and we should have some time for questions at the end. Feel free to put any questions in the chat throughout, and we'll be sure to take your questions as we go or at the end. And you may email dam@acquia.com to request the slides and to get in touch with us here at Acquia and Accelerant as part of today's webinar. We've got a quick poll here to kick things off just to see where you're at in your journey with DAM. And first question is, do you use a DAM system today? And the answers are yes, no, or I don't know. Let's see what you've got. Give it a few seconds here. Do you use a DAM system today? Please take our poll question here today.
Jake, looks like we're at 83% no and 17% I don't know.
All right, very well. Well, our goal is to educate you here all about the benefits and the value that can be gained with an integrated approach to DAM and PIM. And so that's what brings us here today. Real quick about us with Acquia and Accelerant here today. Acquia, where I come from, provides the universal platform for the world's greatest digital experiences, and we provide solutions for content management, optimization, and insights. And I represent the digital asset management and product information management part of the business, along here with our partners from Accelerant. Pratik?
Yeah, sure. And Excellent is a digital experience agency that delivers using platforms like Acquia DXP that are and deliver experiences that are truly transformational. Over the years, we have empowered businesses to achieve some exceptional digital experiences by focusing on innovation, scalability, and agility, and building customer-centric solutions. Our goal is to utilize these cutting-edge technologies like Acquia DXP and DAM to create and deliver those experiences along with our talented team at Accelerant.
All right, thank you.
All right. As Jake mentioned, right, I mean, we'll be talking through this journey of talking about the DAM and the PIM as a solution, but then we would also cover this case study about Millboard. Millboard provides the world's finest hand-molded composite decking and cladding solutions globally. Next slide, please, Jake. Thank you. Millboard is a little bit more about the Millboard in general, right? I mean, Millboard is a passionate organizations having innovators, designers, who are on a mission to transform the outdoor living spaces. And for 48 plus years, they have been a leading composite decking manufacturer, and they deliver globally. They deliver in 80 plus countries, having a worldwide presence and creating those beautiful spaces with their cladding material. They also work with sustainability. They have 100% recyclable packaging, and that's what makes them special, providing those eco-friendly practices throughout its manufacturing processes. So as of now, right, I mean, they are more like a visionary and pioneers in outdoor living technology driven by innovation and dedication to excellence. And we will cover how we help them transform their digital experiences and for their end customers and for themselves as a team. So a little bit more about overview of their digital transformation. When Millboard came to us sometime about last year, their goal was to transform their digital presence. And some of their goals were to elevate their digital presence, their website lacked visual appeal, to match the elegance of their products. While they had a really good product, their website was not up to the mark. Imagine showcasing like luxurious decking material with outdated visuals on your website or platforms. It does not resonate with the brands and all, right? They wanted to create more digital channels to evoke the same sense of craftsmanship that they put on building their products. This included using high resolution images, dynamic layouts, immersive content on their platform that captivate users and elevate the brand experience online. The second goal was also to create a centralized platform for the team. Because they deliver in those 18 plus regions, each region had its own processes for updating product information and digital assets, leading to inconsistencies in their branding and content accuracy. Customers in one region would see outdated content, imagery, or unavailable products, which disrupted their buying journey. So overall, they wanted to modernize the digital infrastructure. Millboard customers expected a premium experience at every touch point, whether they are researching products online or exploring design inspiration. They also had lack of e-commerce capabilities when they came to us about last year. Their customers who are primarily installers and distributors. So these installer distributors come on the platform, they look at the decking material, they create a code for it, and they pass it on to their end customer as well. They could not easily request the code previously. They could not explore the pricing options, and it was really difficult and a kind of a disjointed journey over there. And that's when we started exploring what's the right solution for them. And that's where the Acquia DXP came to the picture, and Acquia DXP along with the Accelerant DXP consultants, we enabled this transformation. Millboard embraced a composable architecture where they had a content management system hosted on Acquia Cloud. There was a site studio, there was an Acquia DAM and PIM, which helped them bring all their digital assets into one place, making it easier to manage and ensuring a consistent experience for their customers. Acquia PIM, which is another additional module on the Acquia DAM, became their go-to source for accurate product information, simplifying how they handle and share data. And with all of this, we were able to personalize the experience at scale because their presence is there in these different regions. They are catering to different markets. It was important to deliver content which was personalized to respective geographies. And we were able to create those experiences with the combination of Acquia, DAM, PIM, and the CMS. So now, moving on, these were some of the challenges. Some of them I've already covered as a goal, but then this just resonates again with the same thing. They had to manage multiple domains. So previously, because of their presence in different countries, they had a .com URL, .co.uk, .ie for the Ireland. And these operations spanning these multiple regions, it was really complex to manage all of these digital channels and instances from the content management and asset management perspective. They had a disparate product data, so product uploaded for one platform or one region was not reusable, and was very different than how it was available in the other regions through the content management and product information management systems. And this led to the suboptimal user experiences. So hindering user engagement, the conversion rates were not that great. Issues such as cumbersome navigation, lack of personalized content in the regional languages, as well as to the geography was less than ideal. And all of it because, again, there was an inefficient content management as well. So the legacy content management was not able to manage different kind of an assets. They were using, I remember they were using Amazon S3 file system, which is not even a DAM, but just more like a Google Drive or a Dropbox to store your assets. They were not able to reutilize those assets or maintain their bread consistencies. And then this led to a lot of inefficiencies for their marketing as well as content administration teams as well while managing the platform. And also the last platform, like I said again, right? I mean, there were always regional customization requirements, right? So it's not like the one platform would work for each of those regions. Each region still needed to have their specific customization features and content based on their specific regional requirements, which included like language preferences, product availability, and regulatory compliances as well. Achieving this level of regional customization was not possible and posed a significant technical challenge. And they also wanted to ensure that now that they are adopting a newer digital experience platform, they wanted to be future ready and then have those e-commerce integration capabilities as well. A platform that is scalable, adaptable to the future growth, and is also technologically advanced, where they would be able to absorb more technologies going forward. And those were some of the challenges we were tackling with them. And this led to the need of transformation over there. So with all of these limitations we have talked about for the legacy platform, outdated, like agility to adapt, Millboard's growing business needs, it wasn't flexible, there were certain in-operational efficiencies as well. And that's when we did a research around what's the ideal DXP platform. And Acquia came to be the best choice. Acquia's composable digital experience platform offered a perfect balance of flexibility as well as scalability. With tools like Acquia DAM and PIM, it provided a centralized solution to streamline their product data management and digital assets, which enable them to have a consistent and accurate customer-facing content. Acquia DAM specifically, because this webinar is more about that, and we will go deep into Acquia DAM and PIM solutioning specifically over here. The usage of Acquia DAM became a game changer for Millboard, empowered their teams to have a single source of truth for all of their digital assets, which they would be able to reutilize across their platforms, be it a website, be it an email, be it advertising, or any other channel that they wanted to use these assets for. The process of creating the contents was much faster as well, and they were able to distribute across multiple geographies. So imagine like the brand consistency being maintained, but you still have that flexibility to use the assets per region, depending upon your needs. And this is specifically true and valid for a lot of hospitality industry, travel industry, food and beverages industry, right? Where they have to have a regional products and showcase those imagery and assets according to them, right? And this overall improved the collaboration between the marketing and the sales team. So this was one of the challenges that we typically see as well with these brands having presence in multiple geographies. The marketing team wants to have a certain experience. Sales is not sure where these assets are, how to reutilize, be it their data sheets, brochures, videos, 3D assets, and whatnot, right? And obviously, Acquia being an open and a composable DXP, this allowed them to have their seamless integration with Drupal as a CMS and HubSpot for marketing automation. So we were not only limited to a certain set of technology, we were able to bring in different technology. So if you have a different marketing automation system or an existing CMS, the Acquia DAM and PIM can seamlessly integrate with your existing tech, enabling you to kind of take it from what you have already have it, and then enabling you to have those personalized and engaging user experience with the flexibility to innovate, because you will be able to inherit and absorb more technologies without disrupting the existing system.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pratik, for sharing that case study here with how you've helped transform the digital experience for Millboard with Acquia's DXP with DAM and PIM. And Acquia prides itself on providing the open DXP built for composability and with centralized product content management among our primary solutions here. And the Acquia DXP enables the creation, management, delivery, and optimization of digital experiences for customers of all types. And Acquia DAM and PIM that we focus on here today are two of those solutions that integrate and extend as part of the Acquia digital experience platform. And the Acquia Open DXP, as Pratik mentioned, offers a high level of scalability, flexibility, and efficiency to connect your marketing technologies for a more productive customer journey. And we offer solutions to enable that cross-team collaboration across marketing and product and sales and content creators and consumers and more. And this really gives you the tools to leverage an integrated approach to digital asset and product information management as that central source of truth for complete content performance management across channels. Now, if we look at how Acquia DAM and PIM integrates with other components to help streamline the marketing and content operations along what we call that content asset lifecycle for create, manage, distribute, and analyze digital content across that digital experience. We look at it in a few different phases. Now, upstream, we look at how digital asset management can help streamline creative workflows with tools to request content, plan your various content projects and deliverables, design and create, source and assemble new content assets, and then review and approve those new digital assets before being centrally managed within that digital asset repository. And that is where you can manage all forms of product content, including digital assets, product information, and more in one central content hub. And by integrating with some of the tools as part of the creative and content lifecycle, we integrate with creative tools, project management and collaboration tools, stock photo libraries, generative AI tools, and more. Now, downstream, as part of that digital experience, our customers publish brand-approved content across any and all channels and customize and localize content assets for specific audience needs and market localities and geographies. And the real power of DAM and PIM comes when you can extend your digital assets and product content across your MarTech stack, integrating with marketing and sales and content management and e-commerce tools to execute campaigns, enable sales, feed digital experiences, and enrich the digital shelf, all from that one composable technology platform. And not only do you have a central source of truth to manage all forms of product content, but also to gain insights into content use across channels and to monitor content effectiveness to inform that continuous cycle of content creation, management, publishing, and more. And that's what makes DAM such a powerful foundational technology and practice for those that utilize DAM and PIM solutions here today. Over to you, Panchal.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Jake, for talking about role of Acquia DAM and PIM to streamline operations, and also Prateek for setting the background for the case study. What we are looking at over here is the skeletal view of the Acquia DAM implementation with the Millboard website. And over here, we have Acquia DAM and PIM for asset and product management. This is where all the assets and products related to Millboard's decking and cladding products were managed. And this was using an integration called as Acquia DAM contributed module and Acquia DAM API. We were able to fetch this information. And since in this case, since for Millboard, we had implemented Drupal as the CMS, this information was being pulled into Drupal e-commerce, Drupal commerce, and then it was being fetched to multiple layouts, multiple different pages, such as unstructured layout or structured layouts. So all of the different pages that we see on the website today, the information that we see on the pages are coming in from Acquia DAM and PIM. So that's how we implemented Acquia DAM and PIM, and that's how Acquia DAM and PIM helped in managing all of this information and displaying it to the end user. Moving on, we have this is the magnified view of the product information management on Acquia DAM and PIM. So what we have on the right side is the product data, photography, brochures, and demo videos. And this is important for all the product-based companies. In case of Millboard, since this was decking cladding products, the product managers would put in the product data related to decking and cladding, which were their parent products. All of the assets that were related to these products were put into the Acquia PIM, which was one of the modules inside Acquia DAM. And this information was then cleansed and processed and transformed in various ways so that this information can then be shared to multiple portals. In case of Millboard, this information was shared with a SAP, which was their ERP, which is where all the order information was processed. And this information was also shared to multiple other portals such as HubSpot, which was their CRM integration. Now, taking an example of some other industry, let's say, let's talk about F&B industry, where there could be different products related to F&B industry. Now, all of this product information along with their demo videos, because videos are one such asset that are important for any of the company. Now, this information is then put into Acquia PIM. It is processed by the product managers. And once the information is processed, you can then share the information across multiple portals, across your existing MarTech, across your print catalog, across your sales portal as well, and which is what was implemented for Millboard as well. So all of this process was streamlined using Acquia DAM and PIM. Moving on, we'll talk about the streamlined content management as well. So we shared that in case of Millboard, this information was being pulled into Drupal website, which was their CMS. Acquia DAM and PIM also helped in streamlining their content management as well, because comparing to the legacy implementation where all of this information was being managed as a content itself, it was getting difficult for them to manage this information and then send it to their different portals, their ERP system, their CRM integration. Acquia DAM and PIM helped in streamlining all of this information by putting all of this information into one place, which is what Pratik also mentioned, that this is a centralized system where all of this information was being managed. And when we are talking about products, there are certain information related to products such as product attributes. In case of Millboard, this was dimensions. In case of Millboard, it was material as well. Their pricing across different regions, their availability of products across different regions. So this was how the product information was being managed on Acquia DAM and PIM. And we would fetch this information, manage in terms of the product data on the Drupal website as the Drupal commerce implementation, and then share it across different portals. Talking about assets as well. So all of the assets that you see on the website today are being pulled in from Acquia DAM and PIM itself. And this also helped in creating some of the inspirational galleries where new customers or potential customers can come in, look into the website, look into the data that is present on the website, and take an inspiration, and then go ahead and contact Millboard for further order processing or placing a sample order on the website. In case of Millboard, it was also important that there are considerations for the color variants of the product as well. Again, talking about the F&B industry over here, when we talk about products, it's not just about one product. In some cases, there are variants of the products as well. And in this case, Acquia PIM really helps in efficient management of the parent product and the parent and child relationships of the products. Now, this is more of a technical implementation or a technical explanation of how the product was managed on Acquia PIM. But yes, in case of Millboard, this was color variants. For any other industry, it could be flavors of different beverages, or it could be multiple different versions of the resources that they are selling on their e-commerce platform. Being an engineer, I was really surprised to see that there is a whole lot of integration available within Acquia DAM and PIM. And I was surprised to see that Acquia DAM API provides information in such a detailed manner. So we were able to implement some of the custom solutions as well using Acquia DAM API. There were some complex implementations that were required for Millboard. So using Acquia DAM API, we were able to implement these custom solutions efficiently. And this became one place to manage all of this information, pull it into the website, and then share it across different portals. Moving on, now this is an example of asset and metadata management. So what you're looking at on the right side of the screen is a screenshot of the asset. And this is one asset type shared over here as an image asset. And you can see that there are different metadata added to the image over here. So for example, asset type is image. If you look at the image type, this is lifestyle hero shot, and the production method is CG render and studio photography composite. So all of this information that you see on screen can be efficiently managed on Acquia DAM. So let's say if you're managing a beverage related image on Acquia DAM. So in this case, all of the information that you want to add can be efficiently added using customized metadata information. And it's really easy to manage this information on Acquia DAM by adding different fields and different values to these metadata fields. So this is how we were managing the asset information on Acquia DAM for Millboard. And similarly, we had product information as well, which is the next screenshot. So Jake, if you can move to the next screenshot. So what you're looking at over here is the product information from the Acquia DAM and PIM. So for example, over here, you can see the product specification as boards feet square, boards per meter square. There are certification rating as well. If in case you don't have the certification rating, you can keep it empty as well. There is commercial warranty. So all of the fields that you see on the right side are the product information. And this is how we manage the product information over here. And one interesting example over here is that we managed the product information for multiple regions as well. So let's say if the product information changes for UK region, then it can be different for UK region. And if your product information changes for US, then it can be different for US. So if in case you want to manage the information differently for different regions, you can efficiently do using the product information management tool on Acquia DAM. And that's about that's how we technically managed the product and asset information on Acquia DAM and PIM. Moving on. So this is how we improved the overall digital experience using Acquia DAM and PIM. So on the left side, we had an implementation which was their legacy CMS with no DAM implementation in place. And Prateek also shared that all of their images and videos and all different assets were being managed in a bucket system. So there were multiple different places where the information was being managed. We changed that completely. We brought in Drupal implementation using complete Acquia DXP. We transformed their digital platform. And now with Drupal and Acquia DAM, we were managing all of this information in one place and fetching all that information using multiple integrations. And what is also implemented on Millboard is the fact that there is AI integration in place as well, where we ensure that if in case there is any product that we upload, or if let's say if there is any asset that is uploaded on Acquia DAM, so based upon the asset that is uploaded, the system should be able to auto generate some kind of description or some kind of SEO optimization as well, and that is possible using Acquia DAM integrations. So that's an important aspect to talk about over here. It's not just about using Acquia DAM as is, that is provided by Acquia. You can extend your Acquia DAM and PIM using different integrations that are available in the marketplace. And if in case there is anything custom that you would like to achieve using these integrations, that can be done as well. And that's what we have done for Millboard as well. So that is how we have transformed the digital experience, overall digital experience, from legacy CMS with no DAM implementation in place, and then bringing in DAM to manage all the asset and product information.
Thank you, Panchal. Thank you for diving deep and then showcasing how you configured. I mean, you were the solution architect for Millboard, and I think your excitement is kind of very visible. I mean, I've never really seen an engineer talking in so depth about a particular product. But thank you, Panchal, for covering that. Moving on, we obviously saw what Millboard needed, the overview of the digital transformation. We saw what Acquia DXP and Acquia DAM can do, and then we saw how it was configured for Millboard. Now we will see how it actually enhanced the Millboard customer experience end to end. So in the next slide, we will see the two screenshots where we are comparing the Millboards. On the left-hand side, it was a previous website. It was not like these assets were there, they were set in galleries, but these images were getting served, or these products or assets were getting served from Amazon S3. On the right-hand side, you see the same gallery, but then with a few more options, as Panchal talked about. There are a lot of variants in here. So you could see those color swatches in here, which makes an impression with these beautiful images out there, right? I mean, and also the places that you're seeing help improve the overall experience side of thing. You can request a sample over here as well. There are products variants in terms of the sizes as well that you could configure, directly integrate with PIM. And as Panchal mentioned, right, I mean, these products and these variants are regionally configured as well and can be configured regionally. So at a central place, all of it can be managed. You don't have to touch the website, but then come into the DEM system, configure it over there, and then your products would be available right away on your end portals, including website or any other interface that you're using your products for. In the next slide, this is their overall experience. Their website and digital experience is full of these beautiful spaces, which was made possible by their products and all. And the feelings they evoke now on the website is way different, with these beautiful scenes, with the imagery and the assets that are there, right? So it was, with the ease of managing the assets, the outcomes were really, really beautiful. We'll shortly see what the end customer had to say about it as well. But yeah, in summary, Acquia DAM and PIM not only streamlined their operations, for Milbo, but also enhance their customer experience, supporting regional customization and laid the foundation for the future growth that Jake talked about, like DAM as a growth or a foundational growth for your digital experience in general. It's a prime example of how a composable DXP can create an experience like this, leading to better user experience and conversions, leading to higher engagements, simplifying the content processes and improving the accuracy, and also driving the sales and revenue growth. This enhanced product discoverability with these options that we saw, the swatches, these imagery and all, right? It was very easy to discover the new products, and transactional processes contributed to these higher customer acquisition and retention rates as well. This translated into the tangible business outcomes, which like a lot of digital transformation go with just the updates, but then we were able to actually see the results where there was a significant difference between what existed before then after adopting Acquia DXP and DAM, with their business outcome, with the seamless integration with their content management system, the HubSpots of the world, driving their overall sales and revenue growth. And this is what it looked like. I mean, so Panchal touched upon it briefly, but then I'll just kind of quickly talk about one very specific aspect of it, right? I mean, we talked about they were having this customization challenges. They had to manage these multiple domains as one of the challenges, right? By adopting Acquia DXP and DAM, right? I mean, there was a single code base or a centralized CMS that was there, and then there was a DAM, and through which they were able to power all of these websites, which was like .com, .ie for Ireland, .co.uk, and this architecture not only offered the flexibility to customize for each of the region, but then it was also scalable. So even if there are newer regions now that would come in, it would be easy to scale and then create more websites or interfaces or any other application on top of these assets very easily. So we were able to configure this using, and this is all hosted on Acquia Cloud. And this is what the results look like, and this is what the customers had to say, right? I mean, this was kind of a proud moment. This actual quote was shared when we launched the website, and we were super proud as a team what Chris Simmons, the Chief Marketing Officer of Millboard, had to say, right? This new digital experience for them was a monumentally a big step from where they were previously as a brand. And that gave us an immense pleasure, knowing that we were not only able to just kind of uplift them and then make a technical advancement, but then also make an impact to who they are, who they believe that as a brand. I mean, remember, they are more like innovators, and they take pride in their craftsmanship, and then coming from them, something like this was really special. And the final product was way better than what they expected, leveraging Acquia DXP and the talented team of Accelerant. So it was so pleasing to see it. So we were able to kind of drive this experience and then also see it as a result.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Pratik and Panchal. Really great work, and great to see the words of the customer come to life with their digital experience that you've brought to life for them. So I want to talk more about the ongoing role of DAM and PIM as we look at how DAM and PIM will support future growth and technological advancement, not only for Millboard, but for all of our clients as they look to have that central source of truth for managing all digital brand assets and product content within that one single connected content hub, and leveraging AI to streamline some of the administrative processes as well as to maximize creative contributions across different marketing channels, and to connect the content lifecycle from that creation to management to the ongoing digital experience creation and delivery and management as part of that composable DXP, and serving multiple audiences across multiple geographies to serve customers across channels. And that's really one of those core promises of DAM since the beginning of DAM decades ago, and that is to deliver the right content to the right audience at the right time in the right medium across the right channels. And that's what an integrated approach to content management with your digital experience platform can provide. We're excited about the solutions that we build together with our partners at Accelerant. As for a wrap up of summary and some key takeaways that we talked about here today, we talked about the need for a centralized approach to digital asset management and product information management for today's global enterprises. We talked about the challenges that are faced by enterprises with dispersed digital assets and product content for dispersed teams and marketing channels. And then we provided you an overview of how Acquia, DAM, and PIM work together with the key capabilities and some of that AI enhanced or AI powered automation that's provided for some of the digital asset management and creation that we can look forward to into the future. And we talked about the benefits of centralizing and integrating digital assets and product content across channels, across your tech stack, taking that composable point of view on technology management. And we talked about enabling geographic personalization and future-proofing your digital experience strategies with the help of DAM and PIM. So with that, we hope that you picked up on some key learnings and insights from our discussion here today, and we have some time for questions. Over to you, Chris.
Great, thanks, Jake. So if you haven't already, please submit your question using the Q&A section. But we do have a few questions that came through. So let me start off with the first one. Why is centralized DAM crucial for businesses undergoing digital transformation?
Yeah, great question. Great way to start out. I know we touched on some of the key themes throughout our discussion today. I'm happy to start it out, and Pratik and Panchal, feel free to contribute your perspectives here. And for one that's been in the business for a couple decades, some of the keys to a centralized approach for why it's crucial today for any organization undergoing digital transformation is provide that unified access and consistency as DAM ensures that all assets are stored and managed in one accessible location, providing easy access to everyone across the organization. And this really helps to maintain and create and maintain brand consistency by ensuring all people across departments and different functions of the business have access to use the most up-to-date assets. Also, it works to improve collaboration, and in this day and age, that's really essential. With that central repository, teams can collaborate more effectively to use and reuse and repurpose digital assets, provide feedback to iterate new versions and new iterations. And that includes teams like marketing, sales, design, product, other departments that can easily share and access these assets that they need at a moment's notice. This helps to streamline workflows and reduce any redundancy or duplication of efforts. Also exists to enhance efficiency by centralizing assets. Businesses can really significantly reduce the time spent searching or fulfilling requests, and ultimately cuts down a lot of cycle time for the creation of new digital experiences. And one of the things that I really love about the power of DAM is that central source of truth, not only for the digital assets themselves, but for the insights, to have more data-driven insights. Providing that centralized DAM can provide valuable insights into asset usage and performance across all channels, not only your website, but your marketing automation, your digital shelf, all channels. And this is really important to making more informed decisions with your content strategy and digital experience delivery. So welcome any other contributions from Pratik or Panchal, but really great question to get us started.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Jiggy, you've covered it and you've hit all the right points already. But just to add, and then probably stress upon a bit more on having this single source of truth for all those digital assets. I mean, up until just last week, we had a customer who was managing petabytes of data. They are these large videos, images, and all, and then the amount of time they were spending in searching those files. So they were using Google Drive, and it was becoming very messy, and the kind of time they spent to look for an asset to maintain the brand consistency was kind of a very difficult and suboptimal. And that's where a centralized asset management or a DAM system comes into it. And also, this also helps ensure those uniform branding and messaging across all channels, right? I mean, maintaining that brand identity. I mean, cannot stress upon it more that how difficult it is to do that as you scale, especially in different regions, different products, different assets, across the regions and different geographies, with the need of having that flexibility, having this brand consistency is super, super crucial. And that's where DAM kind of comes in. We already spoke about the workflows, access management and all, but I also want to touch upon one very important point. And this is also coming from a recent work with a customer who had these copyright issues. So they had those assets available for a certain time and for a certain reason. So they bought those copyrights for a specific duration, and they wanted it to be managed so that they don't kind of go beyond it. And then let's say for 6 months, they could use a particular image in a particular region. There was no way for them to manage it and know it except like tracking it in the spreadsheets, remembering it, somebody going manually into the system, updating it or changing it, right? So with this DAM and the custom scripting and this automation, the workflows and all, right, we were able to also manage that. So that became a really, really important aspect for a centralized DAM system. And otherwise, it integrates with your tooling. I mean, So it integrates with your existing tooling. So there's nothing like you have to work on different tools and all, which typically the assets are emails, spreadsheets, Google Drive, Dropbox, and so on and so forth. This central system is one stop for all your asset management.
Great. Thanks, team. So we got another question that came through for PIM and DAM implementation, especially for an organization with long history where data are scattered across multiple platforms and ERP. What kind of data integration efforts will be required?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Pratik or Pinchal, do you want to start with that one, or you want me to get started?
Sure. No, I think I can share something over here, something that I noticed while we were implementing DAM and PIM integration for Millboard. And this is, I mean, that's a great question because when we talk about data scattered over multiple places, there could be multiple different platforms where this data could be kept, and we have to move this data from different places to Acquia DAM and PIM. Now, in this case, it really depends upon where or what is the kind of platform or tool that you're using to maintain the data or to manage the data. What is really interesting over here is that in such cases, what you can do is you can either, if possible, you can either extract this data in JSON or CSV format and then upload it into an Acquia DAM and PIM, and that's really doable. The other way to look at it, or the other way to complete this integration would be something that I also mentioned in the case study that we leveraged Acquia DAM API, which is an extensive API to ensure that we are able to fetch this information and put it into Acquia DAM and PIM. So it really depends upon the kind of platform that you're using. I'm sure the platform does provide some way to export the data in JSON and CSV format. And once that is exported, you can easily import it into your Acquia DAM and PIM portal. Of course, there would be some kind of processing required before uploading that information. But yes, that can be done using Acquia DAM and PIM. So that's what we did for Millboard as well. In this case, the metadata, there was a good amount of metadata that was to be uploaded into Acquia DAM and PIM. And we arranged that metadata into CSV format. We processed it and then we uploaded into Acquia DAM and PIM.
Yeah. Just to add upon it, right? I mean, in stressing upon having the need of this data migration strategy. So whenever we adopt a DEM system like Acquia DEM, it's important to identify what all systems we are going to integrate with, like you mentioned, the ERP, maybe your marketing automation tools, or wherever your data is scattered. I mean, plan those incremental migrations. Map your metadata. I think cannot stress upon it further, like how Panchal said, right? I mean, one of the crucial aspects, I mean, that we take care of is to how do you map and create those fields and create those metadata with your assets. And that has to be part of your migration strategy as well. So you don't want to be having it as an afterthought, but rather when you're migrating this metadata mapping, accessing that thing, what kind of asset types do you have? Like, do you have like documents, 3D assets, imagery, videos, or other kind of an assets? It's important to know that, categorizing those assets and having those metadata, and then creating those syncing scripts with your existing tooling. I mean, a lot of integrations already exist out of the box with Acquia DEM, but even if they are certain custom platforms that you use for which integration doesn't exist, Acquia DEM has a great API layer through which you can integrate your existing system. And all of this leading to better governance and access control. So that's another aspect of it, right? Where one of the challenges that we have seen within the migration or like moving to Acquia DEM is more like, how do you control these access control? Like, who should have access to what? What if somebody deletes or modifies the brand image and then now it circulates across all your platform? So one other crucial aspect of them is this asset management and with this access control in place. So you're able to kind of migrate, integrate the system and manage it end to end. Hopefully that answers your question.
Awesome. Thanks, Pratik. So we got another question that came through. Just a reminder, if you haven't submitted a question, please do so in the Q&A section, or you can email us as well. So the next question that came through is, can product lifecycle management be managed through Acquia? And what kind of input data is required for it?
Yeah, that's another great question. True product lifecycle management tends to serve the needs of more technical engineering audiences, where Acquia's integrated PIM and DAM is built for bringing together the product, the marketing, and the commerce teams, in one solution. So we do commonly integrate with other true PLMs or master data management tools or ERPs as that source of truth for that technical product data. And we bring that into the PIM to manage the technical product data, some of which is just read only, not editable. Some may be editable, your choice. And then alongside the digital assets, and could be pricing, could be other information that will be something that you syndicate out to various marketplaces, your website, and any other direct-to-consumer outlets. But I welcome Panchol or Pratik to share your perspective on that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so you're right. I mean, I think there are these various systems from end-to-end product lifecycle point of view, but like you rightly mentioned, right, that the PIM can store that product information, the entire information around it and all, but it can also integrate with, like, if you have a different review system, the product review system or a rating system, it can also be integrated in your CMS, where it gets the product information from an existing source or PIM, and then also get the reviews or ratings from another system. One other aspect that I mean, we have seen is a lot of time people want to also create these assets for their products on the go as well. So Acquia Dev with those image and video editing capabilities as well kind of helps with that product lifecycle and helps you channelize and activate various channels. So I see, I mean, this is how I'm seeing as a product lifecycle. In end, identifying the products, putting into the DEM or a PIM system, and then putting it on your end portals, be it your website, and then distributing your products to the end customer, and also managing the inventory side of the thing. So, Acquia PIM can actually connect with your inventory. So if you are managing your inventory in any other place or even in the Acquia PIM, I mean, that can directly be managed right from that interface. Panchal, you want to add anything? Because I know you help with the PIM setup for Millboard.
No, I think you pretty much answered all the question. All the parts, all the aspects of the question. One important thing that I would highlight again over here is that you're free to create the information in such a format that, let's say, if there is a new requirement tomorrow coming in from your from a different vendor or from from a third-party integration, you can do that within your Acquia PIM as well. I'll share an example of something that we did with Millboard. So while implementing PIM with Drupal website, there were a few requirements that we had from their product management team to add into the Acquia PIM, so that we are able to process that information accordingly on the website for a custom implementation. And that was easily done by adding different product specifications field and product attributes. So it can be so the product attributes and product specifications makes it really easy for you to process that information, to manage that information. And that again becomes the part of your product lifecycle management, where you're adding that information. Then the product management team is ensuring that the information that is added into the system is good enough to be shared to multiple portals. If it is not, then let's process it. If in case there is any requirement, let's go ahead and extend the product accordingly and then share the information with different portals. So I think that's also the part of product lifecycle management, where you're putting in some information, giving it to different portals, gathering feedback, and then changing the information based upon the requirements.
Awesome. Great conversation. So we'll give it one last sweep there for any last minute questions that come in. Other than that, we'll go ahead and wrap up. All right, looks like we're good to go. So any other questions that you may have, definitely feel free to email us and we'll be sure to answer those.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. And thank you those who asked questions here today. We hope we provided answers. And as Chris shared, feel free to email us at damandacquia.com. Also, as part of our program here today, we want to bring an exclusive Acquia Dam free trial offer where you can try Acquia Dam free for a limited time. For any qualifying organizations, you may get your own branded instance of Acquia Dam, with support for up to 50 users for you to collaborate with, and support for 1 terabyte of storage. And through the pilot period, you'll develop a plan to organize your current assets in one system, consolidate any redundant tools and media repositories, look at ways to streamline your creative and publishing workflows, and of course, publish brand-approved content across channels. And you can get started if you go to acquia.com/acquia-dam-trial, or just do a search for Acquia Dam free trial. You should land there. We welcome you to fill out the form to get started today. And real quick final poll. we have a final poll. If you want to try it, do you want to try Acquia Dam for free? Yes, no, or I'd like to learn more. We'd love to see your answer. That'll give us an opportunity to follow up if you'd like to initiate a free trial of Acquia Dam here today.
Jake, we're getting several users who say yes and that they would like to learn more, and only one no.
All right, great to hear. Thank you for taking our poll, and thank you, Mark, for reporting the results.
Welcome.
All right, and to take us out, we just want to say thank you for joining us. We invite you to learn more about Acquia at acquia.com, or learn more about Acquia Dam at acquia.com/dam, or contact us at dam@acquia.com. And over to you, Pratik.
Yeah, no, thank you, Jake. And then to learn or to talk more about your DAM strategy or digital strategy requiring consultation and implementation needs, visit us at excellent.com/dam or contact us at pratik@excellent.com. It was really great to be here. And yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone.